record.
Hey, Gutierrez.
And Officer Gutierrez, what do you do for a living?
I'm a police officer for the city of Houston
How long have you been a Houston police officer?
for 12 years.
During your time with the Houston Police Department, have you been assigned to a division within the police department called Major Offenders?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it common for your squad over at the Major Offenders Division to work with the Harris County District Attorney's Office Major Offenders Division?
Yes, we work with them as well.
And is it common for us to work investigations together?
Yes.
And in fact, did we work the investigation on Leon Jacob together with your agency?
Yes, we did.
And were you part of that?
Yes, ma'am.
What was the role that you played in the investigation?
My role was mainly as a surveillance cover team to provide for our undercover that was meeting with the defendant.
So let's start with the meeting at the Olive Garden.
Mm-hmm.
When the meeting occurred at the Olive Garden, what was your assignment at that location?
I was inside the restaurant as well. We were just watching them from a distance from where they were sitting at.
When you say you were inside the restaurant, kind of describe for us the steps that you all took so that you could get inside the restaurant and be able to observe what was occurring during that meeting with the undercover office group.
So we were centralized in the restaurant, me and another officer, and we didn't know exactly where they were going to sit, so we were just trying to figure out the best possible way where we can see them, just to make sure our undercover would be safe and then nobody would get injured during that transaction.
Was it y'all's plan to get to the location, the Olive Garden location, before the target, Leon Jacob?
Yes, that's usually what we try to do, get there first, that way we can set up.
And did that happen in this case?
No.
What happened?
The defendant was already there.
So when you arrived there, are you dressed in plain clothes?
Yes.
And are you trying to just kind of blend in with
Yes.
the crowd?
Trying to blend in, just not. Just.
She's got to ask her question so that she can take it down.
Okay.
She can't take you both down talking.
I'm sorry.
So make sure you let her finish her question
Yes, sir.
before you answer. All right, thank you.
Don't give me dirty looks if you talk over me, okay? So if you'll do me a favor, let me finish.
Your Honor, may I sit right there at this table?
You can come up here if you want to, Joe.
Oh,
Anywhere you would like.
I thank you.
If you'll let me finish my question,
Yes, ma'am.
then she'll be a lot happier with me, okay? So when you go into the Olive Garden that day, was the defendant already inside?
Yes.
And who did you see him there with?
With a female that we later determined it was his girlfriend.
Okay. Did you later learn her name to be Valerie McDaniel?
Yes.
Prior to going into the Olive Garden, are you all given some intelligence so you know who you're going to be on the lookout for?
Yes.
And were you given a description and a photograph of an individual by the name of Leon Jacob?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you see him here in the courtroom today?
I do.
Okay. If you would, for the members of the jury, could you point to him and describe what he's wearing?
He's sitting right there. He has a suit on, striped tie, kind of longish hair.
Your Honor, may the record reflect this witness has identified the defendant?
And the record so far.
So when you arrived to the restaurant, is it fair to say that you guys are surprised that Leon and Valerie are already there?
Yes, we were.
So what do you do at that point?
My partner and I, we just sit down where we could see them, and then we just kind of wait till the whole transaction finished.
Are you able to see the defendant from your location?
Yes.
And are you able to see your undercover officer from that location?
Yes.
How many people were at that table at the Olive Garden with your undercover officer?
There was the undercover officer and 3 other individuals.
And could you see what they were doing?
No. They were. We could just see that they were just talking and conversing.
Now,
If I may, does that refer to the defendant and or the officers?
Oh, all of them.
Okay.
Everybody.
so all 4 of them are talking at the table.
Yes.
Are you able to hear what they're saying?
No, we cannot.
At some point, do some of the individuals sitting at the table get up and leave the table?
Yes.
Who leaves the table?
The defendant and the undercover officer left at one point, and then also the defendant and the witness went outside as well with the defendant.
When you say the witness, is that an individual that you knew to be Motaz Aziz?
Yes.
So from your vantage point, you're able to see first the defendant leave with the undercover,
Yes.
and then they return,
Yes.
and then you see the defendant leave with Zach or
Mhm.
Montrose,
Yes.
and then they return.
Yes.
And all during this time, you are unable to hear anything that they're talking about or discussing, right?
Could not hear, no.
Do you leave the Olive Garden at some point?
Yes, we left after the defendant and Valerie left.
Do you continue your involvement in the case as far as surveillance goes?
Yes.
How do you do that?
Whenever they would have any type of meetings, we would be where they would meet, and then also whenever we would stage certain details, like whenever we met with the other complainant, I don't remember his name, but we staged what happened with him.
Okay, and we'll get into that with other officers. Because you were kind of on the cursory of that, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and so, but you're involved, you're helping out however need be.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Fast forward now to the night of the arrest. Are you involved in that?
Yes, I was present.
How were you involved?
I was outside the apartment whenever they went in. After they arrested him, they interviewed Valerie, and then once they interviewed Valerie, she signed a consent.
Let me
Yeah.
stop you right there. Without saying what anyone was said, did they arrest both the defendant, Leon Jacob, and the defendant, Valerie McDaniel?
Yes, they did.
And at some point, were you aware that officers with the Major Offenders Division obtained a consent to search that condo?
Yes.
And were you part of that search?
Yes.
What was the main thing that you all were looking for when you're conducting a search of that condo?
We were looking for any type of device that would be able to record conversations between the defendant and our undercover.
Like what?
Cell phones, computers, anything electronic.
Are you familiar with the term burner phone?
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
Burner phone, it's a phone somebody obtains. It pretty much doesn't keep any type of information on the phone. And the only way you'd be able to identify it is through finding it and then trying to do a search on the phone.
Is it common for criminals to obtain cell phones under false names so that the phone can't be traced back to them?
Yes.
Is it common for criminals to obtain phones, like say on the street, so that again, the phone doesn't come back to their name?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it common for criminals to obtain those phones and then dispose of them after a case so that you all don't have valuable evidence to be used against them?
Yes.
So in this particular case, were you aware that a burner phone was being used by the defendant, Leon Jacob?
We weren't aware, but it was possible that he could have been.
So was that one of the things that you were looking for when you searched the condo that night?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you in fact find a burner phone for the defendant?
I did.
Where did you find it?
I found it under the bed in the bedroom.
So describe for us, if you remember, what the condo, the basic layout of the condo was.
So entering the condo, it was a living room, and then there was a long hallway to the right. Down the hallway, I think there was a restroom on the right-hand side, and then a bedroom on the left, which was for the child, and then the master bedroom was further down the hall, like at the end of the hall.
Were you aware that night that there was actually a child inside that condo?
I was not.
Okay. Did you search the room where the child was located?
We opened the door, saw the child was inside. She was asleep. We didn't want to bother her, so we just left her alone, and then there was an officer at the door just making sure she was okay. She wouldn't wake up and come outside and see everybody.
And did you later learn that the child in that room was the daughter of Valerie McDaniel?
Yes.
Natalie McDaniel.
Yes.
When you searched the condominium, you said you found the phone in the bedroom. What bedroom are you referring to?
The master bedroom.
And where in the bedroom did you locate the burner phone?
It was underneath the bed.
You want to approach the witness?
Do you mind?
Officer, I'm showing you what's been pre-marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit number 14. Is this the phone that you obtained under the bed in the master bedroom at that condo?
Yes.
And once you obtained this phone, what did you do with it?
We had the undercover officer call the phone, and so I dialed the number back that was on there, and it was him, so we just hung up and kept it.
Okay, let me make sure I understand correctly. You had your undercover officer call what you believe the phone number for this telephone,
Yes.
and it rang,
I didn't ring, but there was a missed call.
okay? And so then what did you do at that point?
I just dialed the number back because it just had the name A on it, and then the undercover officer answered, so I hung up, and then,
So then you were able to identify this as the burner phone that night?
yes,
Once you were able to do that, what did you do with this phone?
I transferred it over to my partner, Morrow, and then he took custody of the phone.
Okay. Judge, I passed the witness.
Also, I have a few questions.
Yes, sir.
My name is George Parman, and along with my associate, Mr. Popsill, represent Mr. Jacob.
Yes, sir.
Did you prepare an office report, sir, or any type of written report concerning your part of the investigation in this case?
Can you repeat it one more time?
Did you prepare an office report or any type of written document concerning your participation in this investigation?
I did not.
All right. And when you were inside the Olive Garden,
Yes, sir.
and there were a number of other individuals inside the Olive Garden, correct?
Yes, sir.
They were eating normally like people do when they go to a restaurant.
Yes, sir.
And do you know whether or not the defendant had anything to eat at the Olive Garden?
I know they did eat, but I'm not sure what it was or anything like that.
You say you know they did or did not eat.
That they did.
They did eat. All right. But you're not sure what they ordered.
No, sir.
You know who paid for their meal?
I don't remember who paid, no.
Did you make any inquiry as part of your investigation as to who paid for the meal at the Olive Garden that involved Leon and the undercover?
No.
Do you know if anyone in the investigation determined who paid for that meal?
I'm sure the undercover officer would know who paid.
I'm sorry?
The undercover officer who was there, he would know who paid.
Right. Now, you had mentioned earlier that as part of your employment as a peace officer, your division, and you work pretty closely with the district attorney's office.
Yes, sir.
Right? And as such, you participate in an investigation that the district attorney's office might want you to investigate.
Yes.
And on occasion, you will take information that you received to the district attorney's office about a new investigation.
Yes.
All right. It's, as far as the burner phone is concerned, that's been identified by you. Why is it called a burner phone?
It's just a phone that somebody can obtain and then just get rid of without having anything connected to the person who received the phone.
All right. There's nothing illegal about a burner phone.
No, there's not.
And there's nothing illegal about a person getting rid of a burner phone,
No.
right?
Yes, correct.
As a matter of fact, burner phones are pretty common as far as means of communication is concerned, would you not say?
Yes, sir.
And individuals referred to by the prosecution as criminals aren't the only people that use burner phones.
No.
All right. And just because a burner phone was used in this particular case, doesn't give you any indication as to the veracity of the allegations contained in this case in front of this jury, right?
No.
All right. Now, you were given a photo and description of the defendant?
Yes.
All right. And who gave that to you?
It would be the undercover officer.
And at some point in time, you thought that you would be there before Mr. Jacob and his partner or his person would be present,
Yes. Yes.
but that didn't happen.
It did not.
And I think you mentioned that you were there to provide safety against physical danger that might occur to your undercover officer.
Yes, to the undercover officer or anybody else in that restaurant as well.
And to your knowledge, was there any physical danger to your undercover officer vis-a-vis Mr. Jacob?
We're not sure. We've never met him before, so we didn't know how he would act. So,
Did you see any physicality
no,
take place?
no, sir.
All right. And you've listened to the audio tape, have you not?
No, not all of it.
Okay. I'm talking about the phone that had been submitted to you.
Oh, I don't know what was on that phone at all.
All right. Are you familiar with who bought the phone?
No, I'm not.
Are you familiar with whether or not the person that bought the phone used a fake identity in purchasing that telephone?
No, sir.
Okay. Pass the witness, Judge.
I have nothing further, Judge, and I have no objection to him being excused.
May he be excused?
That's fine.
You are excused, sir. Thank you.